I stared at my phone, frozen in disbelief. Miles's text sat on the screen, mocking me. Myles, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. I'm married. Married. Not separated. Not we're living in different states and trying to figure things out. Full on married. The kind of married that came with wedding bands, joint bank accounts, and a Costco membership. The kind that came with PTA meetings, soccer games, and a family subscription to Disney Plus. I blinked twice, then a third time. This mother. I cut myself off, sucking in a sharp breath. My fingers flew across the keyboard, fury giving them wings. Me. Married? Like married? With a wife, a house, kids? His response came fast, like he actually thought he could smooth this over. Myles. Yeah, I was gonna tell you. Tell me when, I muttered, pacing the living room like a caged tiger after I baked our anniversary cupcakes. I stabbed at my phone, typing furiously. Me. So you've been texting me for weeks now, flirting, leading me on, while you've got a whole family at home? The reply came instantly, like he thought he had a fighting chance to say whatever this was we had going on. Myles. It's not like that. My wife and I, we're not in a good place. The marriage is not salvageable. But I admit I have not done my part in communicating its finality. I snorted so hard I almost choked. Me. Outstanding. You're taking accountability. Tell me something. Does your wife know your marriage is not salvageable? Did you even stop to think about me and how this would affect me? Silence. Good. I hoped it stung. Then buzz. Myles. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. A dry, humorless laugh tore from my throat. I set my phone down before I threw it against the wall. By the time LaShawn showed up the next morning, I was in full-blown rant mode, pacing the kitchen with a cup of coffee clutched in my hand, my other gesturing like I was orchestrating a symphony of rage. I'm telling you, Sean, I snapped, this man is married, like married. LaShawn sat at the kitchen island, her mouth hanging open. Wait. He told you he was married? Yep. And you had no clue? None. I said, throwing my free hand in the air. He hit it better than the Holy Grail in the Da Vinci Code. LaShawn tried not to laugh. Damn, that's, I don't even know what to say. You can start by not laughing. I'm not laughing at you or the situation, but you know I'd love a good movie reference. Sorry. Well, forget all that. Why didn't you say something? You're the one who set this whole thing up. She raised her hands in defense. Hold up. You're blaming me now? Who else am I supposed to blame? I snapped. You dragged me out of my peaceful life and shoved me into brunch from heaven only for him to turn out to be a lying dog. I didn't know he was married, Lani. I've never seen him with a woman, never heard Carlos mention one. Didn't know, I scoffed. But did you even bother to check? Her face fell. Guilt flashed across her features. Look, she said quietly. I didn't do a background check or anything, but Carlos vouched for him. Carlos has never given me a reason not to trust him. I would think that if he knew he was married, he would tell me when I suggested it. Well, congratulations to Carlos for being absent-minded as hell, I muttered, rolling my eyes. Now I'm stuck picking up the pieces of my dignity because your boyfriend's bestie turned out to be a walking red flag. The tension clung to the room, simmering just under the surface. I hated feeling this way with Sean, but the betrayal, direct or not, still burned. After she left, I spiraled. Anger, sadness, disbelief, all tangled up inside me. I turned to my most reliable coping mechanism, baking. Flour flew as I whipped up a batch of triple chocolate brownies, pouring every ounce of frustration into the batter. But not even the smell of melting chocolate could erase the hollow ache in my chest. By the time the brownies were done, I'd eaten 2 spoonfuls of raw batter and drained half a bottle of rosé. The sugar and alcohol buzz left me feeling reckless, which is exactly how I ended up staring at an online dating profile screen. The cursor blinked at me. daring me to do something. It had been 2 weeks since Myles' confession, 2 weeks since everything I thought could be wasn't. The sting of it still heavy on my chest, a stubborn weight. I had cried, I had cursed, I had called Sean more times than I could count, replaying every moment with Myles, hunting for signs I missed. It was Michael all over again. The detachment, the secrets, the betrayal. But something was different this time. Myles may have been a dog, but if I'm honest with myself, he didn't have the same cruelty Michael did. I had survived Michael. I had clawed my way out of that mess, out of the manipulation, the gaslighting, the emotional and financial drain. I remember standing in front of the mirror months after it ended, staring at a stranger, thinner, tired, hollowed out. But I was still standing despite it all. I rebuilt my life from the ground up, starting with my self esteem. With my newfound confidence, I grew my business. I created a sanctuary in my kitchen that could keep me grounded when my resolve started to slip. I chose myself again and again, even when it was hard. I hadn't given up on love because giving up would mean Michael still had power. It would mean his lies, his abuse, his destruction had won. And I refused to let that be my story. I wanted real love, not the kind you had to shrink yourself for, not the kind built on secrets. I wanted partnership, honesty, laughter in the kitchen, a hand to hold when the nights got long. I hovered my thumb over the submit button, feeling bittersweet smiles tug at my lips. I'm still here, I whispered to an empty room, and I still believe. Click. Profile submitted. Single baker, lover of sarcasm and carbs, looking for someone who knows the difference between macaron and macaroon. The first guy was shirtless, holding a fish the size of a toddler. Hard pass. The second guy called himself a crypto king who could teach me how to escape the matrix. Swipe left. The third guy was a decent looking accountant. He liked dogs and hiking. I hesitated, then swiped right. A match. Before I could even overthink it, a message popped up. Greg. Hey, Lani, your profile caught my eye. What's your favorite thing to bake? Oh, great. An icebreaker. Me. Depends on my mood. Right now, brownies. Greg. Solid choice. Do you eat them with ice cream or just plain? I smirked. Me. Both. I'm an overachiever. The conversation stayed light and easy until he mentioned his favorite brownie recipe involved sprinkles. Me. Sprinkles? In brownies? That's a red flag. Greg. I like the color. I swiped left mid conversation. What is he for? I have no time for toddlers. The next hour was a blur of swiping, laughing, and occasionally yelling at the phone. I matched with a few more people, but no one really sparked anything in me until I saw him. I stopped mid scroll. Gorgeous chiseled jawline, deep brown eyes, a smile that could light up a room. His bio was short, but it hit me right in the heart. Just a guy looking for someone to share late night pancakes with. I swiped right. It's a match. My heart skipped a beat when he messaged almost immediately. Darius, late night pancakes or waffles? Me. Pancakes. Obviously, waffles are just pancakes with a superiority complex. He sent back a laughing emoji, and just like that, the conversation flowed, easy, funny, and natural. For the first time in weeks, I felt something close to excited. By the end of the night, I was smiling so hard my cheeks hurt. But as I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, the excitement started to fade. Miles's betrayal still loomed in the back of my mind like a shadow. What if Darius was too good to be true too? Can I really put myself through getting to know someone else only to be disappointed in the end? My phone buzzed. Darius, you free for pancakes tomorrow night? My heart raced. Was I ready for this? I typed out a response, paused, deleted it. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, torn between excitement and fear.